to Kicking It with KeKe. Kicking It with KeKe. Kicking It with KeKe. Full of personalities, switching up the storyline on God, we making history. Writing books, changing lives, one day at a time. Put your problems to the side, enjoy yourself, free your mind. Kicking It with KeKe.
Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Kicking It with KeKe. Life, love, and all that other shit. Today, I am joined with one of my great friends, Tiffany D Young. I have to always put that D in there because she always get me.
Oh
Tiffany,
yeah.
Tiffany is a regular to the show, so let's give her a warm welcome. Welcome, Tiffany. How are you?
Thank you so much. I am great. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. You know, it's lunchtime, so I'm a little hungry today. So
It's
I have
okay.
my smoothie
Okay.
and I have my big Miss Vicky's chips. So I am good to go.
Well, there you go. And I'm sitting here drinking my little Coke.
I
So,
hear you. That's the best one.
yes, it is.
So let me give a little overview for people who are just tuning in to Kicking It with KeKe. I am award-winning author KeKe Chanel. When I'm not writing, I am blogging and life coaching. That's what I do. I decided to turn my blog, which still operates today, Kicking It with KeKe on WordPress.com, into a live show via Instagram every Monday night at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. I have guests from all walks of life, and we talk about whatever. We talk about their products and services, their businesses, brands, whatever. We talk about it. And so this year, I wanted to go a little bigger and go deeper with starting my podcast so that I can go more in depth into different topics that I am passionate about. And so today's topic, we are discussing love. Tiffany.
Ooh.
I mean, after all,
Ooh.
the podcast is called Life, Love, and all that other shit, right?
It is. It is.
So it's only befitting that we talk a little bit about love.
Love. Go
Hey,
ahead.
I was about to break out into song, but I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
you
do
know
that
that song,
today.
right? Yeah,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes, yes. So, Tiffany,
Yes, ma'am.
before we get into this topic, though, can you tell everyone who may not know who Tiffany D Young is?
Well, Tiffany D. Young is an author. I've been writing for many, many years. I have published about 10 books. I'm about to toot my own horn just for a little bit. And
Absolutely.
I have created my own business, Tita Literary Group, to help beginning authors start their first book, get them on the journey of publishing and holding their present, their baby in their hand. I thought it was fitting to do that because I know how hard I struggled when it became to write it, when it became for me to write my first book.
Mhm.
And I don't think it's fair for, indie authors to have to go and search so hard to find the information when we ourselves can help and provide for others. So that's what I do.
Absolutely. And I am so glad that you do that because, you know, we are one and the same because
Yes,
I am a writing coach as well. And I try to help
yes,
aspiring authors get their books published. But I'm happy that you said that because not everybody is so willing to share information and keep the
absolutely.
next generation of authors from going down the path that may have not been a great path for me
Absolutely.
or you, because I have some horror stories.
Oh, don't even get me started. Oh my God. It was horrible. It was
Yes,
horrible. It's not
that
easy.
it is not. And that is another topic that we'll be discussing in the future. I'm pretty sure that the information is needed to be, we need to say some of the stuff that we've encountered so other people who may be struggling can say, you know what, I'm not the only one. So yeah,
Absolutely.
we'll definitely have a conversation about that. But let's get into
Absolutely.
this topic, man. Love. I like to ask definitions. Like, you know, we deal with Google and
Oh
dictionary and
yeah.
Webster and all that, but I like to make up my own definition. So if you had to make up a definition, your own definition when it comes to love, how would you define it?
It's funny to be asked that question because love is a very, very difficult thing. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult to explain and to put into words because you know what? I'm just gonna say my definition is of love is trust, loyalty, and honesty to the person who's the closest to you, the compassion that you have for someone who's always there. And I think that's what I can say. It's so hard to explain because when you're in that position, it's like love is all of everything that you are. That's how I feel.
I like
Especially,
that. Go ahead.
I was just saying, especially, it's just like it's a special thing. It's beautiful,
It
beautiful
is.
thing.
It is. I would define love as an unconditional experience shared with someone who feels the exact same way about you that you feel about them.
Absolutely,
That's romantic
absolutely,
love. But when it comes to love in general, it's just loving someone with the same type of love that you expect them to give to you.
absolutely, absolutely.
And I wanted to talk about love because we all have social media and it love is so glamorized and materialized that it's
Right,
becoming washed out in a sense. And so many people use the word love loosely.
right.
So that brings me to the first point that I would like to talk about is love versus lust.
Woo! We ready for that topic? Are you ready for that
I
topic?
am ready for this topic because I think that it is across the board where everybody, we've all experienced lust. We have
Oh
all
yeah.
experienced lust. But
Oh
what
yeah.
what do you believe is the difference when it comes to love versus lust? What makes the relationship lustful versus loving, in your opinion?
Okay. I believe, I'm sorry about that moving around. Um, I believe, in my own words, lust is just something that's like, I'm not gonna say it's evil, but it's just something that's that's spicy. Can I use that word? Lust is
I
spicy.
see.
Lust is something that we want when we can have something and when we can't have something.
Mm.
It's just something that,
It's forbidden,
oh, yes, that's that word. That's the word I was
intriguing.
looking for. Yes.
Mhm.
It's just something that's, woo,
And it can be,
child.
I mean, lust can be a little bit of taboo because I remember growing up, my mom used to say all the time, look how he looking at her. He lusting after her.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
didn't understand what she
I
meant
didn't,
until I got a
yep.
little bit older. And I'm like, what
Yes.
she talking about? He's lusting after her. And you could see how a guy would be looking at a girl,
Mm-hmm.
or even a woman can be looking at a man.
Oh, yeah.
So
They're
I
thinking very dangerous things.
very, very, very unkissed by the sun body
Ooh, yeah.
part type
Yeah, yeah, I
situations.
like that one. Yeah, I like, okay, look, we getting in trouble. We got some good words going on.
Hey, but I have been in a relationship that was full of lust and
Mm-hmm.
lies, and the love was
Mm-hmm.
non-existent. Although I thought that it was, I realized that for him, it was just lust.
Yeah.
It was just something to do to pass the
Mm-hmm.
time.
Mm-hmm.
And I wondered why it was, I only saw him on his terms.
Yeah.
when it was convenient for him.
Oh yeah.
And so thinking back, and it took me a while because I was in my early 20s. Thinking
Mm-hmm.
back, I realized that it was just a lust and
A
a,
lustful situation.
a situationship. A
Yeah. There we go with that
situationship.
word.
Mhm.
Mm, mm-mm. Are
So
we
I
are we about to bring Jada into this? Because her
listen.
situation
Go ahead. Let's talk about it. The what you call it? What she call it? Entanglement.
her her entanglement. Oh my goodness, that
Would
word.
you say that the entanglement was lust, although she claimed to have been in love with August?
I, I don't think it was love. I think it was just lust. She wanted to do something that okay, and I don't know her. I
No,
could be
we
wrong.
don't. We don't.
But right. And I think it was something that she got excited with. It was a toy that she can play with while she was in a situation with her husband. She kind of, it looked like she kind of felt like, okay, I know, Will's not going anywhere.
Mm.
This is just something I can just step out and do, and I can come home and he'll be all right. She got the whole issue going on with he wasn't pleasing her enough and all this other look.
Yeah,
She shouldn't be
I
putting her business out
don't
there
put your
like that.
business out there. Like what goes on between a person and their mate in the bedroom should be
Hmm.
between them two people.
Absolutely, she already done hurt this man enough. Like, come on.
And I'm not saying, and listen, I don't know him at all, and I'm not
Mm-mm,
saying that
no.
he's innocent, but
Oh
that
no.
that is like I wouldn't have anything else to say to you.
Oh no. No, I couldn't. Like, it's we have been living as this it couple for years.
Like they were couple
Nobody,
goals.
no, yes, exactly. Nobody knew what was going on. But you get this show, this Red Table Talk show. I just plugged her. I don't care.
You
She can get
did.
the
You
deal.
hey,
It's okay.
it's
It's
okay.
okay. But you do this show and you're trying to come up with different ideas, and now you want to be relevant. You make yourself relevant by putting your information out there, but you're not thinking about how this man sat on your show and practically cried his ass off. And then you turn around months later and start talking about your sexual situation.
Yeah, I mean,
It,
and my
it,
whole
it,
thing is it makes it's almost like you threw your partner under the bus
exactly.
and drove over his ass like
Exactly. You don't do
full
that.
full speed ahead.
Mm-mm, you don't do that.
And so I believe that it was fun, exciting, and lust
Mm-hmm.
with the new young pretty thing that she could just
Mm-hmm.
play with, and he
Somebody that
has
was relevant at the moment.
he has stamina because he's
Mm,
younger. And
exactly.
women and men do that all the time. Like,
All the time.
and we hear about it mostly with men.
Mm-hmm.
They've been in a situation or a marriage for a long period of time, and then the excitement dies. And it's not all blaming on the woman or the
Oh
man.
no.
It's two
And
people that
that's
has to keep that alive. But a lot of people
absolutely.
they get settled, they get
Mhm.
complacent, they get,
Yep.
you know, comfortable, I should say.
And that's why this is such a topic, is because it's happening from a female and not a male. That's why
Mm-hmm.
everybody's talking about it.
Exactly.
How could she do that? How? Because women get bored just like men do. I'm not saying she got bored or whatever it
I
was,
believe
but
she did.
and I just like, okay, you just put your issues out there for everybody to see.
And I'm kind of glad that it happened because the conversation is not had enough. We always talk about the men's indiscretions, but we don't
Absolutely.
talk about the women's. But what they fail to realize, and that the day that I'm talking about is men,
Mm-hmm.
that women can be brutal when it
Woo!
comes to situationships,
Oh
entanglements.
yeah. Go ahead, say it, girl.
Let me just go ahead, call it what it is: cheating.
Cheating, exactly. That's what it is.
Because just like you see a 20, 30-year old and you 40, almost 50 years old, and they gassing you up.
Mm-hmm.
They got young bucks just gassing up these 40-year old 50-year old women, because guess
Mm-hmm.
what? I don't know about the next person. I'm
Mm-hmm.
43 years old, baby, and I promise you that I look better than some of the ones that's younger than me.
Child, she just sang it to the crowd. Go ahead, girl, because
And so,
she got it going on. She got it
no,
going
I'm
on.
just saying,
Go.
I'm just saying because it's always a double standard when it comes to that.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
the fact that we're talking about love, I do believe and I'm not trying to
She
make
loves her
their
husband. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to
She
make them
does.
the focal point of our
No,
conversation,
no,
but
no, absolutely.
it's
Yes.
trending, it's
Yes.
relevant, and we're gonna talk about
Exactly. And I said that just to say that lust is
it.
a powerful thing,
Mm-hmm.
but loving someone is more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to lust versus love, I would hope that if you love someone and you care about someone and you do have an eye that
Roman.
wanders,
Mm.
yep, that wonders, that love always wins out in the end.
And you can
Because
actually, I do believe that you can be in a serious relationship commitment with someone and still lust after them. That is
absolutely,
that is
I,
desire. That's passion. You have to spiciness, spark.
spices. Okay, and I'm okay. I can say that I'm in that type of relationship because when I look at my guy, not only do I love him and admire him and think that he's wonderful, but baby, I tell you, he's a fine something, okay? And sometimes you can be just sitting there and you can be like, oh, like what's going on right here? You can lust after someone too. I believe that you can be in love and lust with someone. But my thing is I would just hope that the love was more overpowering than lust
Then
because
lust.
we grew up thinking, just like you said, lust was a bad thing. If
Mm-hmm.
you grew up in a home and what Bible filled pages, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying,
Mm-hmm.
and someone who really praised God and
Mm-hmm.
followed the scriptures, lust is not a good thing. That's what I was always taught. You
Right.
be careful what you look at and how you look at it.
Yes, absolutely. Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what you
Oh
got preached about.
yeah. And you
Yes.
just like I remember they told me that who was it that told me? I don't know if it was my grandmother or if it was my aunt. I don't know which one of them it was, but um I was looking at this man. He was I don't know if it was his girlfriend or his wife or whatever. And I said, "Oh, he looked good." She was like, "You can't look at him that way." I said, "Why? What I do? What did I do? What did I
Yeah.
do?"
Yeah.
That's
Got
very
scared.
mean. You That's a sin. You go to hell for that. I was like, I'll never look at nobody again.
Like yeah. And see, a lot. See, that was bad. They should have told you that you could have got you could have been traumatized.
I was like, you see somebody, you see sitting at a restaurant table and you see a nice man walking by, you're like, I'm not looking, I'm not going to hell.
Eyes down, mister. Eyes down, ma'am.
It's like, I'm not going to hell, not today.
Yes, but love versus love is a, a general topic that is not discussed a lot. It's not
Exactly.
discussed enough in within relationships because
Hmm.
I believe that we all get to a point where the romance or the passion just kind of dwindles a little bit.
Oh yeah,
So it's a conversation that needs to be had to keep
absolutely.
things sparked up and
Hmm.
passionate between
Hmm.
our mates and ourselves.
It's gotta have
Because
you gotta have that will.
yeah, I mean, because people outgrow each other. I'm not the same KeKe that I was when I got married 16 years ago.
Hmm.
So it's just I can't.
Just be honest. We as human beings, we grow and we change, we evolve, and sometimes when you're evolving as a person, other people are not evolving in the same situation.
Or at the same time.
That's exactly. And some people, that's how, divorces happen because people change
Mhm.
and they no
And they
longer
don't
see the
talk about
person.
it. They
Yes.
don't talk about it. And
And that's
that's where the problem
communication.
comes. Exactly.
Communication. And, when you grow and you change and you don't like things anymore, you don't like certain things that are said, you don't like the way certain things are handled, you talk about it.
Hmm.
You don't run. And that's why a lot of marriages don't work nowadays
Right.
because people don't want to work on it.
People don't want to open their mouth and talk.
Exactly. And my thing is, I said that I was never going to get married if I wasn't determined to fix something with the person that I'm with.
Hmm.
Now, I'm gonna bring up another couple.
Hmm.
Okay, we gonna talk because
Okay.
that's what this is for.
Now we
Okay.
still talking about lust and love?
Oh yeah, we're talking about lust and love. Now think
Okay.
about it. This Beyonce and Jay-Z situation.
Mm.
They grew to be that it couple,
Hmm.
but
The power
nobody
couple.
ever thought that Jay-Z would cheat on Beyonce. Nobody thought about it. Everybody thought it was perfect. Their foundation was amazing. Nothing could break through that shield. But baby,
I didn't.
what she say? What she say? Becky with the good hair came in there
Mhm.
and she changed the world because in magazines all over the place, you've seen Beyonce's leaving Jay Z, and you didn't believe it. You're like, this is just gossip. Not Beyonce. He would cheat on Beyonce, not her. Not
Man,
this magnificent woman who throws her hair and got the body and all. I'm sorry, did I just do all that?
yeah, you
But
did. You did. You went for it. You went for it. But
but nobody ever thought that it would happen. But look,
I
it
did.
happened.
I thought that it had. I thought that it would
You
happen because I'm
okay?
a realist. I'm a realist.
Not
That
everybody is, and
not
I'm telling you,
everybody is.
I was one of them people. I didn't think that that man would step out on her, but when I found out he did, when he came forward, he came clean, and he said, "You know what? I love this woman, and I wanted it to work." So what did he do? They went and they got help.
They got help. He changed his image. He
Exactly.
he he made the change that he needed to make to let his wife know I messed up. I'm
Exactly.
sorry. I'm going to
Yep.
do better and be the
That's why that
person.
exactly. That's why that Lemonade album was as loved as it was. She said, if you do that shit again, you gonna lose your wife.
Mm.
Man, when I heard that line, I was like, damn, she was like, it,
And
how
then
do you do it?
the thing about it that got me is when she's talked about how the person that you went and stepped out on me with was beneath me. She couldn't even stand on the side of me on her best day.
On
Why do
her
you
best
feel why do you feel that most people who go outside of their relationship end up with somebody that's like so beneath their spouse that is fucking ridiculous?
it's because they know they got the best. They just want to
Mm,
see if they still got it. That's what it is. They got the best. They just want to see if somebody else think they the best. I
mm.
think it's all self
It's an ego thing then.
yes, it's an ego thing. Thank you. You get my words today. It is an ego thing. And that just showed you that everybody, no matter who it is, if you're married or you're not married, you can be stepped out on.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, just like we said, conversation. If you communication, if you love, that's what we're talking about. Love. If you love this person, true enough, with all your heart, and you would do anything, you're gonna work on it.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna work on it.
And then you're gonna be consistent because you can work on it for a few months and then you go back to
Mhm.
the spin the same way. And then the person is like, dang, I got slapped in the face. So just like the Will and Jada, okay, we we
Exactly.
we put this out there. I was done with you. I was doing my thing because he
Mhm.
was doing his own thing because he
Oh,
told
oh yeah,
he was
oh
like,
yeah.
I fell in love with a a co-star
Mm-hmm.
and I was done with you. He said I was done with
Mm-hmm.
your ass. That's what he said.
Yep, yep.
And so, the fact that she was like, "No, I love my husband," she cut off all communication with August, or so we've been told.
Oh yeah, she loved him when he was about to leave.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see what you want
Mm.
and what you have until
It's
you
gone.
know
It's
that
almost about to go.
oh yeah.
Mm.
And see they and I got to give points to what's his name, Kevin Samuels.
Mm.
A lot of people don't like him. A lot of women don't like him. Look,
A
I
lot
think
of
he's valid.
men don't like him either. For the my whole thing is Kevin is a straight shooter, no bullshit.
Hmm. Absolutely.
If you don't come to his platform,
Hmm.
then he would not be relevant. So the fact
Exactly.
that you are making him popular,
Relevant.
mhm,
Exactly.
don't shoot him.
My exactly. I'm just giving you my advice. I'm just
Mhm.
telling you what it is. But just to touch on him just a little bit, he said something on one of his lives. He said that women tend to break up with their mate first because they know that they're going to get left. So just think about it. If Jada knew that she wanted to be with Will, you only wanted to be with him when you knew his ass was through with you. So
Mhm.
then you wanted to work on it. So some of the things that this man says is valid
Mhm.
because you think, hey, I'm Jada, I'm beautiful. This guy wants me. He's young. He's got money. I don't got to think about it. But look, your man is one of the most desired men in Hollywood. Okay,
I yeah
but
yeah.
you didn't think of him as the most desired. You thought of him. He's my husband. And he ain't going nowhere.
Let me go a little bit deeper
Okay.
than the love and the lust when it comes to, and we about to move on to our next point, and it
Oh
all
yeah,
ties
absolutely.
together. True love. Now, do I believe that Jada loves Will? Yes, I do
Hmm.
wholeheartedly. I don't believe that he was her true love. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. I believe that
Oh no,
Tupac. We already know
Tupac was
Pac was
it.
her true
Yep,
love.
yep, he
So
was.
the fact that he passed away,
Hmm.
or he just wasn't able to give her what she wanted him to give her, or
Hmm.
maybe they had the conversation and they talked about it and realized that they were better off as friends. Who knows? But I believe that true love is always going to shine through. True
Absolutely.
love is a dangerous thing, especially when you find yourself settling for another person that is not the person that is your person.
Exactly.
It happens every day. It happens too often. You know, not saying that it's fair to the person to Will or
That
whatever, but
to the
I
person
believe
that
that
you
Will should have had that conversation, and he should have been like, and maybe they did. We just speculating here on Kick It with KeKe, but we talking about love, life, and all
and
this other bullshit, and this is some
exactly.
bullshit.
And this is some bullshit. Exactly. Exactly.
But I believe that he knew what he was getting himself into, because he um
He knew who she loved.
he knew who she loved, and he chased her. He admitted to chasing her.
Hmm.
And I'm all about a good chase, but
Oh yeah.
let me come to you a little bit.
Hmm.
Don't do all the work. Let me show you some effort as well. But
Exactly.
I'm the type of person that I don't like to feel like I'm not valued, I'm not wanted, I'm not relevant, and I don't matter. If you make me feel like that, then I put up a wall. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I'll still love you,
Hmm.
but I'm gonna guard my words and my actions toward you, for fear
Absolutely.
that you're either messing around, you're either communicating with somebody, you have your next wife or girlfriend in your damn
Right.
DM at the moment, like, because social media has made it so easy for people to sneaky link and cheat
Roll up in them DMs. Yep.
and free sexting, as they call it.
Mm-mm.
Because I did a male panel with like a lot of guys, and they were talking about how, their men are simple, they don't
They
desire certain
are.
things.
They
But
are.
don't get it twisted though.
Don't
If
get it
you
twisted. Go
if
ahead.
if y'all so simple, why y'all looking at and following the stuff that you say you don't find attractive or you don't like.
Can you preach?
I'm just
Can you tell
saying.
me that?
What? Why are you following all of these Instagram models, half naked ass women? And I'm not nothing against them because they just trying to make a living.
Look. I don't have a problem with the Instagram models and the half naked women, because they gonna do what they do. They free flowing, and that's just how they
And
roll.
that's a beautiful thing to have that much
It is.
confidence and freedom.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to, okay, if somebody like your page, you go and check out their profile, right? If you see, they say they have a picture of them and this woman and these 4 kids, and you look at it and it says, "My beautiful wife and my 4 children chilling." Why you going?
That person should be off limit. But do you blame the Instagram model
No.
or the half naked Becky with the good hair for that man responding to that text message or that DM?
No, you can't blame her. You got to blame him. And see, most times we get so mad. I'm gonna beat that bee down and all this. No, 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 no.
No, you don't go after her.
You don't go after her. She's not the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because the problem starts in the home.
Yeah.
If this
It's
man is, looking for something else and he gets involved in a situation that he has no business getting involved in, why you want to fight her?
right. So that
Right?
brings me back to the question: do you believe that most people marry their true love?
I believe they marry someone that they're close to and they're in love. Not everybody has found that one person. And sometimes in situations, not all situations, but in some situations, you find out 15, 17, 18 years down the line that I never really actually loved you. I
Mm,
settled. I settled.
mm, mm.
I
See,
settled.
see, see, Tiffany, that's some real shit. Like you own to something because
Exactly.
I know so many people. I know
Oh,
people.
yeah.
I've heard the stories. I see it on a daily basis. It's a sad reality, but what do you do?
In that situation,
Mhm.
he or she is fucked up as hell that it took them 15 to 17 years to figure it out. But guess what? You just created this person's story.
Mm,
You created this person's testimony.
mm.
So what that person has to do, and what you have to do as a person, it took a bigger person to step up and say, I settled. I
Mhm,
love you, but I never been in love with
mhm,
you as
mhm.
you I just know that today you are not my true love. You are not the person that I thought I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. I took 10 decades to figure it out, but
That's some brutal shit, but that's real. And
yeah,
to anyone who is listening that it may find themselves in a situation or going through it right
absolutely.
now, my advice to you is to sit down with your significant other, your mate,
Oh
what
yeah.
partner, whatever, have the conversation to work it out, to figure it out,
Yeah,
so
figure
that
it
you
out.
both can come to an agreement, understanding that I'm not about to settle. I'm not about to, be the one that you settle for, because there's someone out there for me and there's someone out there for you. But if you're someone, it has another someone, yeah, then
Hmm.
what? Then what?
If you have another someone that you can say, okay, I know that it's not you. I found my true love,
Mm.
and I'm ready to go be with my true love, and I'm sorry that I have to do this. That person is going to be pissed.
That person is
But
going to
what
be
I tell
beyond
you,
pissed. Beyond.
what I tell you, if this is something to the audience, if this is something that you are going through, and this is something that you are experiencing, it's going to hurt. Let's just be honest. It's going to hurt to have to change your whole system, your whole routine around. But this is what you have to do. You have to first, if you believe in God, talk to Him upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
because it's going to be all right.
It will.
I know you saying, well, why would he take me through this? No, you just chose a path
That you was not supposed to
that
choose.
yes, you have a choice. You either
Mhm.
follow this path or that path, and whatever path you choose, you have to be okay with that outcome. And
Mhm.
if that outcome is this outcome that we're talking about right now, you have to believe in your heart that you're gonna be okay.
Yep.
Go get the counseling. Talk
Yep.
everything out. Scream, cry, do everything. But guess what? You're gonna be a strong person afterwards. And you're
No.
gonna be able to you're gonna be able to realize some bullshit when bullshit walk in your face.
Absolutely.
And,
Because
and go ahead.
I believe, true love. I believe that it comes full circle. You may have loved each other once before in the past,
Mm-hmm.
lost a time, but I believe
Absolutely.
that you always find your way back to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I wholeheartedly believe that when it comes to true love, regardless if decades go by, months, whatever, I believe that you always found your way back to each other.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want them to be strong. Know that it's not the end of the world. Know that no matter what, your best interest is being applied. You just have to have that faith.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not gonna be easy. It's
Oh
not gonna
no.
be
Oh
easy.
no.
It's not gonna be easy. It's just like, since we're talking about true love, I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna be open. Um, I was in a relationship years ago with someone that I believe was my first love. We're gonna move on for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
My first love. We did everything together. We spent, I think I was 24 when I met him.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe he was 30 when I lost him.
Mm-hmm.
He passed away from some medical issues. He had some illnesses.
Mm-hmm.
But we was off and on and off and on, and no matter what, we always found our way back to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought he was my true love because no matter what I did, I couldn't get that man off my mind.
Out of your system.
I couldn't get him out of my system.
Mm-hmm.
And I treated him so bad.
Did you?
And I could be so honest about him. I treated him so bad. I felt like I was supposed to have everything that he had.
Mm-hmm.
And I had, negative influences from friends,
Mm-hmm.
girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they say you be careful what you tell your friends.
Mm-hmm.
You be careful who the friends you choose that are around you.
Mm-hmm.
You be careful what you listen to, what you invite into your heart
Mm-hmm.
and your mind and your soul.
Right.
I had friends saying, "Oh, he should be buying this for you. He should be doing this for you. He should be taking you out and doing all this stuff." And I put all that pressure on him, not knowing that, I love this man and whatever he can do for me is what I should accept and be grateful for
Mm-hmm.
because he loves me wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do that. I did what my friends wanted me to do. I
Right.
talked about him. I cussed him out. I broke up with him and got back together with him and broke up with him. And, I told him, okay, let's get married. Let's have kids and, everything will be fine. He said, no matter what I do for you, I don't think you'll ever be happy.
Mm.
And he told me that. And it pissed me off because I was like, well, we've been together for so long. Like, I didn't hear what he was saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't hear what he was saying.
Yeah.
And when we broke up that last time, he moved on to somebody else pretty quickly.
Mm.
And it was such a hurtful thing. And I'm like, how can you move on so quick? It's because he had already left. I was
Yes.
there.
You was there.
I was there, but he had already left. He had already mentally checked out,
Right.
physically checked out.
Right.
And whoever that person was
Was
had
there.
already won. That
Mm-hmm.
had already won him.
Right.
And I believe that he was my first love because back then I was coming out of my own situation with my illnesses.
Mm-hmm.
and the things that I had suffered from in high school. But I'm gonna say this, not to drag on the story, but when I came to the point to where I realized I really truly loved him, it was too late.
Wow.
And I was doing a treasure mapping book. I don't know if people know what that is, but you put a book together of things that you want, and the things that you admire and the things that you want in your life. It's like a vision board, but it's
Right.
just a
But
it's,
it's a
it's a
book.
book.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So in my book, I said that I want to be able to be friends with him no matter what, because I'd rather have him as a friend than not
Then
have
not
him
at
at
all.
all.
Mm-hmm.
Before he passed away, he told me that we were friends and we'll always be friends,
Mm-hmm.
and not to worry. I never took those as signs.
Right.
And when I found out, my brother had to tell me,
Mm.
because my brother was his best friend,
Okay.
and it ate me up. He's been gone almost 8 years now,
Mm.
and it still eats me up inside because I never thought about what he was giving to me and what I was taking from him.
Right. That is so
So
deep.
it's just like we have to be careful.
We do.
So when you believe that you are in love and you truly love someone, you have to be careful what you do.
And
You
what you
have to be
say.
careful.
Because
And
I'm a
what you
firm
say.
believer that when you love someone,
Hmm.
you take accountability for your actions and
Absolutely.
reactions. You don't say
Absolutely.
hurtful shit just because you're upset. You
Hmm.
take a beat,
Hmm.
calm yourself, and talk like rational human beings and adults. And a lot of people like to go left when it comes to having disagreements.
Absolutely.
I believe that so many people are used to just arguing on a daily basis because they're settling in their lives. And
Hmm.
so when they get to someone that knows how to communicate, everything becomes an argument because that's what they're
Yep.
used to. You're
Absolutely.
projecting, or they're projecting, not realizing that you are sabotaging someone who really got your best interest at heart.
Absolutely.
But I also believe that not verbalizing how you're feeling is just as harmful to the person that you
It is.
are
That's
with, because
beating you.
it's
They
like,
beating you.
dang, you don't respect me or trust me enough to open yourself up to me and just tell me
Hmm.
what's going on. That's just how I
Absolutely.
feel about it. Like,
Oh
we've
yeah.
been friends for a couple of years now,
Oh
and I
yeah.
don't think there's any conversation that we cannot have.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe that I can tell you anything. And I
Mm-hmm.
do.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm having a bad day, it's either you'll call me or I'll call you right at that specific time that you in that situation where you're trying to figure it out. And I'd be like, well, God must knew I need to
Yeah.
talk to you,
Yep.
because we
We've
say
had
this,
them a couple
and we
times.
we
Yes, a
say
lot.
this all the time, and it is not a lie. It's not nothing to boost each other up about. It's just
Right.
like God tells us at that moment, hey, why don't you give KeKe a
Let
call?
me call Tiffany.
Yeah,
I feel she needs to
she
talk to
needs
me.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly. And when we get on the phone, it's either like, girl, let me tell you, you
And
know,
I believe that that's a form of love, because true love just
absolutely,
doesn't just exist between a woman and a man. That
absolutely,
exists in every type of relationship that you have. Like, I
absolutely.
love my
Friendship,
friends. I love my friends.
absolutely,
I tell them that I
absolutely.
love them. I don't want to make it weird, but I've been
It's not
telling.
a see that. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut you off right quick. Don't forget what you're about to say. Why everybody got to make something weird? Why does it have to be more than what it is? Why
Because it's
can't
a
you?
learned behavior. Like, if you grow up and love was shown and not told, then
Yeah,
people feel like, okay, if I buy you something, that's my way of saying I love you. Versus,
but
you may want to hear, hey, I love you,
why
but you
why
don't hear
why
that.
why best friends can't love each other, even if it's two females?
Right.
Why can't two men say, "Hey, homie, I love you,
I love
man.
you,
Good
bruh.
looking out." Yeah,
Yeah.
like good looking out. Like, why do people make it so
And
so?
I believe that it's the individuals, because when you realize that you have been living in a toxic environment all of your life, and you don't decide to change that, that's on you. You
Right,
cannot fault
right,
mama, daddy, grandma, grandpa, whoever. You can't fault them
right,
anymore, because at some point you have to grow up.
Exactly. I didn't mean to cut you off from your
Oh,
story,
no,
but
no, no,
but
no.
that really hit me because you was like, I'm not trying to make it weird. I was like,
No,
why
and
do people do?
I say that because I was always the friend who said I love you back in high school and junior high, and my friends would look at me
Mhm.
like, "Girl, you're so crazy. Is something wrong with you? Why are you saying it?" Because I didn't always feel loved, so I felt like me
To give
giving
love.
that love to someone else
Mm-hmm.
would come back to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it did in a sense, but it didn't. It made me feel like
Yeah.
something was wrong with me for just expressing my love. And now,
Yeah.
when I say, "Hey, I love you," I mean that. If I tell someone
Exactly.
that I love them,
Exactly.
I
Mm-hmm.
truly mean that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not bullshitting about it. I don't want anything from them. That's
Right.
just me expressing
How I feel
how
about
I
you.
feel about you.
If I ever like I tell you all the time, Kiki, I'd be like, I love you, girl. You
Mm-hmm.
know, see you later, or I just say I love you, and you'd be like, love you too. I
Mm-hmm.
think that if I'm an overly emotional person.
Mm-hmm. I used
I
to
can
be.
I can say that. Yeah, I can say that, and I don't mean overly in like a way of I can't control my emotions. It's just that I'm a very loving person.
Mm-hmm.
I realize that God has created me to be that way.
Right.
And I shouldn't feel bad for loving people. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
Because I'm an
I used to
empath.
always, oh yeah, oh yeah. Me not so much, but
I
maybe
am.
I don't know. I'm working it out because we all
I
got
hate
situations in
it.
our life that we gotta. Yeah.
I do. I hate it because you feel everybody's emotion to the point where
Mhm.
it's crippling, and
Mhm.
you have to take yourself out of certain situations
Mhm.
so you won't lash out or you won't get over
Mhm.
emotional or people look at you like,
Exactly.
"Why this girl is crazy? You don't even know these
Mhm.
people like that." But
Mhm.
I thank God that I'm that way. And I haven't always been that way.
Oh yeah.
This came up on me in my mid 20s, maybe.
Mhm.
Although I can recall it being there in instances,
Mhm.
periodically throughout my life. But um, yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, I used to ask God, like, why did you create me to love? Like, why
Because
do
God
I,
is
I,
love.
yeah, but I was like, why do I care if people love me back or not? Why do I love everybody that has no idea about what love is? Why do I truly care? But I now know that that's just the person that he made me to be. And why should I be ashamed of that? But why should
You
people use
shouldn't.
that against me? You know what I'm saying? Why? Because people know if you love somebody, they be like, "Oh, I love you, girl." Yeah, but they doing something. They saying that because they want something.
Yeah, but
You
you could
know,
tell
or
when it's pretentious. You could tell when it's fake.
exactly,
People put on facades because they want something. And that's why I
absolutely.
said we're talking about love, because the love, that word is used so loosely.
And you,
You can tell when it's not genuine. Oh girl, oh, I just love you so much. What you love about me?
yeah, tell me. That's what I do. I do that. Please tell me. What do you
Mm-hmm.
know about me that you love?
Mm-hmm.
If you can't answer that question within 5 seconds, then you don't love me.
And
You
don't
don't
say
love
it
me.
again. Don't say it again,
Yep.
because I'm gonna
Don't
ask you
say
every
it.
time. I'm gonna ask you every
Yep.
time. Why
I'm
do
gonna
you
come
love
up.
me?
I'm gonna ask you the question, but I'm gonna ask it in a different way next time. See if you can
Yeah.
figure that out.
Mm-hmm. Right. And listeners, thank you for tuning in to Kicking It with KeKe, life, love, and all that other shit. I am here with Tiffany D Young, and we are talking about love today. We touched on love versus lust. We just talked about true love. Now we're about to talk about something that is dear to my heart: first love.
First love.
I remember my first love, and it's not a traditional, like in a sense, first love. Like when you say first love, a lot of people go back to first boyfriend, first girlfriend, or whatever. My
Hmm.
first love was my sister.
Really?
Yes,
Oh.
I felt, and not, I'm not trying to take anything away from my older sister because I love her dearly, but I felt like I didn't really matter until I became a big sister.
Mm.
So when Erica came along, and I talk about this in my book, the one that's coming
Mhm.
out, my memoir.
Mhm.
When she came into my life, I felt like I had someone to love and protect and watch over. I became a
Mhm.
big sister. So she became my first love.
Oh, that's so cool. That is really
Yes,
cool.
she was like, she was my first love. I mean, I love my parents. Like I said, I love my oldest sister,
Oh
but
yeah.
it wasn't until I had responsibility. Hey, you have to make sure that you watch out for Erica. Go take
Mhm.
Erica to the bathroom. Help Erica do this. Help Erica do this. I was
Mhm.
like, okay, and I'm 5 years older than her, so you
Oh
already know,
yeah.
like that's my baby right there. So
Mhm.
yeah, when it comes to first love, that's what I remember as my first love. Now, as far
Really.
as like guys is concerned, uh, I'm not even gonna go there because I don't really know if I don't really know. I believe, and I'm just being honest because I did things because everybody else was doing it, and I
Mhm.
felt like I needed to be in the loop because I would be looked at as a certain way.
Mhm.
So when I was liking a certain person,
Mhm.
I don't necessarily know if it was love or not. I felt like it wasn't lust either. It was just, I like you, we go together.
Sorry. Woo, when we was young,
And
girl.
I'm so serious because I mean, my parents were, yeah, my parents were strict, but we were able to be on sports teams and go to football, basketball games in the marching band and stuff like that. But when it came to dating, my mom didn't let us do all of that. I mean, we would go to
Mm.
group outings with friends and stuff like that, or they would come over. We would have parties because we had a family restaurant. But
Mhm.
when it came to someone asking me to go out on a date and my mama said, yeah, no, that didn't happen for me. So that's
Mhm.
why I'm saying that, the first boy that I actually called my boyfriend, we never went on a date. We never did anything but talk on the telephone
Oh wow.
or
Okay.
held hands on the bus or, kissed in the gym, hiding from the doggone PE teacher, something like that. But
Mhm.
I would say he was probably my first kiss, but first love, no, my first love was my sister.
Oh, that's so cool. I
Mhm.
like that.
You want to talk
That's a
about
good
your first
story.
love?
My first love. Let's see. How old am I? Okay, I gotta I gotta go back. I gotta think about that. I think my first love was actually not a guy.
Mm.
It was actually singing.
Mm.
And it's not, I know it sounds so crazy, but it's like your story with your sister.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you think about it, loving someone entails a lot of things. And at that age, the only thing, being a younger girl, the only thing that I really cared about, only thing that I really loved was singing,
Mm.
was writing songs, was, practicing and rehearsing dance moves and things like that. It's, you have boyfriends. Yeah, I was allowed to have boyfriends, but you know, going out on dates and stuff, just like you said, we didn't do that.
It
We
didn't.
didn't do that. I don't think I went on an actual first date until I was like 17, sixteen,
I was
17 years
16. I
old.
was 16.
See? See?
16.
So,
And look, I'm married to him.
yeah, see, there you go. So yeah, I don't remember like anything but music. I just, singing and writing and performing was something that I love to do. And I'm gonna plug my girl Aaliyah, because when I first seen her, I think I was like 7 or 8 years old, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And she had just came out with Back and Forth, back, back, back and forth. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
I said, I love her. Look at her hair. Look at everything about her. I'm gonna be a performer
Yeah,
just
Leah
like
was the
her.
bomb. She
So
left here
so
way before her time.
yeah, so should I say my first love was Aaliyah because she made me want to sing and perform? It sounds so weird, but it was
I
music.
believe it was music. I believe that it was music, and she was just
Yeah,
an avenue
yeah.
in that within that arena
There you
that
go.
you
Yeah,
look to as
absolutely.
influence, you know. So
Influence. Absolutely.
mm,
So I was just like, that's it. My first love was singing,
music.
dancing, and writing. It's just that's just what it was. And I'm so mad that, I let other people's opinions of me um stop what I loved.
Mm.
I really I that really sucks, but that's a story for another time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
So yep,
that's it's amazing that both of our stories are similar when it comes to first love not being the opposite sex or a
absolutely.
partner, like romantic
Be-
type. Yeah.
yeah, because growing up and around our area, no, you can't have no boyfriend. A boyfriend, you're too young for a
I
boyfriend.
mean,
You know,
I called somebody my boyfriend in kindergarten, gave him
there you go.
gave him my grandmother's telephone number. He would call me. His name was Patrick Allen. And we
Oh,
used to
gone, girl,
lay,
you
yeah,
remember his
I
name?
remember his name. He was so cute. We laid beside each other and took naps, and we would hold hands while we
Oh,
took naps in kindergarten. I remember this now.
girl, that's like 5 4 or 5 years
5 years old. And
old.
so
Mm-mm.
when he called that house that day, my aunt, she still picks with me today. She's actually my godmother as well. She was like, KeKe, you have a telephone call. I said, who's calling me? She said, he said his name is Patrick. And she said, I lit up like a Christmas tree. I ran to the phone. And she said the only thing she was listening to see how I was going to handle the conversation because, I'm 5 years old.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she said it was so funny how I said, hi, Patrick. She tell everybody that story. And I'm like, I wonder what the hell Patrick Allen is
Right.
right
Oh,
now.
maybe you'll find them. Maybe you putting it out there in the universe and y'all pop up and meet each
He,
other
he
somewhere.
was I guess with that goes into the next topic of puppy love. I guess he was my little puppy love
Oh,
crush.
oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Mhm.
Oh, who was puppy love? I was in the 6th grade
Mhm.
and it was this guy. What was his name? What was his name? Pierre Mason.
Pierre Mason.
Pierre Mason.
Mm.
I would never forget him. I don't know why I like this guy because when just thinking about, my type of guy, yeah, he didn't fit the description. But I'm just gonna say, I used to have the biggest crush on him because he used to always pick with me.
Mm.
And they said when boys pick on you that they like you.
Mhm.
So I always thought, okay, he likes me.
Uh-huh.
He was the guy that I really love, not love, but puppy love,
Puppy
whatever
dog.
you call.
Mhm. Mhm. Puppy love.
But he used to tell me things like, "Why you don't have no boobs?"
Oh.
He said, "Everybody else got boobs. You don't have boobs." I'm like, "I'm just a kid,"
Mhm.
you know,
Why you
or
looking at me like that? That's
why you
creepy.
looking like that, right? And he said, "And you don't have a butt either." I'm like, "I'm in the 6th grade. What are you talking about, dude? Like, what are you talking
Oh.
about?" But he used to pick on me all the time, walk past me and tap me in the hallway, and
He liked you,
we
but
go out.
Pierre probably had older siblings who had friends that came around and he was seeing
Mm,
all, yeah, so he was trying to figure
yeah,
out
and where is all your
like
issues, your
the
business?
like
Where's your business?
the girl that I like, the girl that I'm tapping on her shoulder, she don't have none of this. What, let me ask her. We'll see what's
It's so bad. I feel so bad because I was in the 6th grade looking like a flat board. But that's all right though. We grow into everything. But but he used like we would go outside and we would play and he would tap me and run away and he'll say, "Hi, how you doing? Don't respond to me. Don't respond to me. Don't talk to me." And I used to, yeah,
yeah,
but
so
yeah, he
Pierre
used to,
Mason.
yes, Pierre Mason. And if you hear this, Pierre, you understand what I say, okay? You were mean. but I still love you.
Take
Puppy
that
love.
meanie, you meanie.
You mean. But yeah, I think that was my first love, my puppy love, my puppy love.
I
Mm.
cannot wait to let listeners see the behind the scenes on YouTube. So guys, I tell this to anybody who's listening. Go over to Kicking It with KeKe on YouTube and you'll be able to see the behind the scenes of this interview. Like this conversation, we are so goofy, it's ridiculous, but I love it. I
Oh, I
love
love
it.
it.
I love it.
Mm-mm-mm.
I love the fact that we can be ourselves, have fun, laugh, and not take ourselves so seriously because it keeps us young at heart
Yeah.
and it just keeps us just living life freely and unapologetically.
Yes. And
And
learning more about ourselves and others as we talk. And I love
absolutely.
the naturality of the whole thing, if that's even a word. But
It is. It is.
look, look, I write and I don't even know.
And so you
Look,
already know how I am with words. Sometimes my tongue get
I know
tied with certain
I be
words.
watching. I be trying to watch what I say around KeKe because she's a walking encyclopedia, dictionary,
I am not.
Pictionary, whatever. Yes, you are, because you get mad. You be getting mad about words. I just discovered that she does not like acronyms when you're texting. That's
Oh,
oh yeah, I know. I said, oh,
see,
I can't. I know around her no more. I can't say OMG. Like,
mm. I mean, OMG is fine. I just don't like
okay.
the what you're doing, like the
Mm-hmm.
WYB. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
like instead of saying how are you, the abbreviations for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We are an adult. Text like an adult. I am not your child. Don't text me like it. Like, okay, I mean, I get where LOL. You don't have to say laugh out loud. I can take
Mm-hmm.
that one. But for the most part, just text me in full sentences, and we would get
Look.
along just fine. Look, this
If
totally
you
off topic, but
yeah, off
yes,
topic, but it's love, life, and all that other shit.
exactly. So Tiffany, it brings me to the last type of love that I would like to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, I might throw another one in. Hmm.
Okay.
Toxic love.
Ooh. Hmm.
Toxic
Top.
love. When do you know that it's time to let it go?
If you are crying constantly, if you are stressing to the point where you have shoulder pain, chest pain,
Mm,
if you are physically and mentally and
exhausted.
emotionally incapable of just standing up because you feel like you're getting knocked down repeatedly, that's when it's time to go. Don't hold on no more. And when I mean don't hold on to it because you feel like, you know, nothing better is going to come, trust me, when you make that decision to leave, it's always somebody out there waiting and looking to give you the love that you deserve.
Mm.
So I'm just going to end it like that. If it's overpowering and you feel like you're getting knocked down every time you get up, it's time to leave. It's time to leave.
I agree, and I believe that if someone pushes you outside of yourself, where when you look
Hmm.
at them in the mirror and you don't
Hmm.
recognize who's looking right back at you, it's toxic. It's time to get out and be okay with that because hurt people,
Oh yeah.
and love isn't supposed to hurt. And the fact, and I had a friend of mine share on um Instagram the other day, and a lot of people thought it was funny, where he was like, it's toxic when you hang up the phone in somebody's face and then answer when they call back. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to get the it's not funny to me. It's
It's
hurtful.
it's hurtful. It is because I feel like if you hang up the phone in my face, I'm not calling your ass back.
I'm not calling you back. I'm going to give you a
And
long
then if you call me back, you may not get an answer, or you may
There you
get
go.
cussed the fuck out.
There you go.
Like,
I'm not playing that game. You know what? I think to the point of when it comes to people in our era, in our
mhm,
time
mhm.
of growing up, they're learning this behavior from the younger generation.
Exactly, and trying to be hip with the time.
You, you can't
Dude,
do
you
that.
you you in your mid 40s, dude.
Exactly.
Stop trying to
Don't do
be
that
like
to
you
me.
25 years old. You look stupid.
Exactly.
Or
Exactly.
or, or girl, damn. It's time to stop trying to bust in windows out people's car. Don't let Jasmine Sullivan hype you up. We plug in Jasmine.
Exactly. We plugging
We
judgment.
plug in Jasmine. Like, don't let what them 20-year-olds doing get your ass whooped to get you put in jail. Like, for real.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's not be
So,
crazy because look, I'm gonna be like, what is her name? Carrie Underwood.
mm,
She slash everything on your car. Don't do it. Let's not do this. We are
I,
an adult. We are not in high school no
I
more.
I feel
We
like
come from a we come from an era where don't get your ass whooped, just like you said.
Exactly. And anyone who drives you to become that toxic,
Yep.
where you want to hurt their things or hurt their person or
Oh
speak to
yeah.
them any kind of way,
Oh
that
yeah. It's time to
it's time to go and just let it go. And a lot of
absolutely.
people stay in toxic relationships because of good sex.
And it's not worth it to me.
It's not.
It's not worth it. See, this right here, I'm happy you brought that up because this right here, it shows where people's mind is. It shows that you are not mature enough to be in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can't walk away when it's not good for you, you're not gonna walk away eventually,
Absolutely.
and you're gonna be meeting people very soon, and it's not on earth. We're talking about even either in hell or you're gonna be praying that you can get to heaven. It's not no game no more. These people are crazy nowadays.
They are taking folks out
Yep.
without blinking an eye.
Nope. And they don't even care about kids nowadays.
Exactly. We
So
it's a vicious cycle that needs to be
mhm,
broken, but people
mhm,
are they making it like couple goals. Oh,
mm.
I know he loved me because when I came over there and threw all his clothes in the bleach and bleached them up, he came over and he did the same thing to mine, but then we made up, he bought me some Burger King.
Girl, if I hear somebody say that from damn Burger King, first of all, you fucked up my clothes. You're gonna pay for that shit. And
First,
then second of all, I'm leaving your ass. We not playing this game.
we're not paying.
I
First of
don't
all,
want no,
you ain't
I
about
don't
to.
want no
You
damn
not.
Burger King.
Mm, and
Fuck with
no,
some Burger
it's
King.
but it's a sad reality because I
Yeah,
know people personally who go back and forth with doing
absolutely.
like little slick silly shit like that.
Hmm.
And so it makes me I am thankful that I am married,
Oh yeah,
and I am glad and blessed to say that my husband don't play those little games. We've never played those
absolutely,
games,
absolutely,
and we ain't about to start playing those games
absolutely.
because I am not the one to let someone treat me less than what I deserve, because
Absolutely.
I my cutoff game is strong.
Hmm.
I can love you,
Absolutely.
be in love with you, and I ain't never got to talk to you again in life if you treat me like
Absolutely.
I am a doormat or I don't matter to you.
Yep. If I feel like I don't get the attention that I deserve from you,
Right.
if we're not able to coexist, if
Mm,
we are not able to communicate, if
mm.
we are not able to look each other in the eye, it's it's a cutoff.
And I
It's
feel like
done.
a relationship is toxic when you voice your opinions or your concerns or you have questions and the other person flips the script and make it feels like
Absolutely.
you're being
You're
jealous, you're crazy, you
you're the
frustrating
problem.
them, you're the problem.
Hmm.
Why you coming at me like this and all this kind of stuff. No, that just further lets me know that we don't need to be nowhere near each other.
Absolutely not.
So to
Absolutely not.
anyone who is dealing with any of the things that we just talked about, let it go. It's not worth it. There's someone out there for you, and your true love exists. You may have met them before, or you may be holding yourself up for meeting them by hanging on to
Mm-hmm.
this joker or this jokette, if that's
Mm-hmm.
a word, that you're dealing with.
Well, hey, you just created it. How about that? We're gonna be like Elsa. Let it go.
Let
Let
it
it go.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when it comes to love, I believe that self-love is the best love.
Oh
And
yeah.
the way that we treat ourselves should set the standard for how everyone else should treat us. I don't feel like we should be apologetic for that. I don't feel like we should be ashamed of that. And I don't feel like we should compromise that
Absolutely.
at all.
Absolutely.
And on a personal note, Tiffany,
Yes.
what would you say to your younger self about today's topic, which is love, right now in this moment?
I would tell little Tiffany,
Mhm.
make sure you just don't love anybody,
Mhm.
because there is someone special just for you, and be patient. That's what I would tell her.
Absolutely. That's lovely. And I'm glad that you say that, because we don't think about our choices in realistic terms, or in
Mm,
future terms, I should say, because we are selfish in the moment.
in the moment.
And it creates different levels of madness, I should say,
Oh yeah.
in our present, because we're still subconsciously, we're still hanging on to all of that baggage.
Yeah.
And so, as a life coach, my niche is helping people unpack their mental baggage. And
Hmm.
so when it comes to love, I believe that when we practice and promote positive self-love, we are getting rid of all of that baggage, so that we cannot and will not take that on into relationships that matters the most to us,
Absolutely.
and that God has ordained. Yep,
Absolutely.
that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Any final words that you would like to tell the listeners today, Tiffany, before we go ahead and close out our discussion? This has been an awesome discussion about love.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I'm happy to have been a part of this. I know that, we do pop-ups on each other's events all the time.
All the time.
And I just I just want to say that this has been great.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, check me out on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I am Tiffany D Young on Instagram, and check out Eight in the Beginning, my book. I'm gonna do a little plug. Make sure
Yes,
you go
do
to
that. Tell them where to get
Amazon,
it. Mm-hmm.
Amazon, and order Eight in the Beginning. That's the first book that I've ever written. That's the first book that I published, and I just re-edited the book. So make sure you pick that up. And if you need any help with writing, if you need a writing coach, check me out on Instagram, Tita Literary Group. And
Tell them how
yeah.
to spell it.
Oh, TID as in dog, A,
Mm-hmm.
literary, LITERARY group, GROUP.
Absolutely. And thank you again for
Thank
always
you.
coming to Kick It with KeKe. It's always a
Yes.
pleasure. We always have great conversations. And I
Yes.
am so glad that you are a part of this journey with me. So
Absolutely.
I don't take it lightly. And
I
I
know.
love you for it. I love you,
I
Tiffany.
love you. I love you. I love
Yes.
you.
And so, with that being said, until next time, thank you for kicking it with KeKe. And you are listening to Life, Love, and all that other shit. Until next time, be inspired, be encouraged, and be the best version of yourself that you can be. Always practice self-love, guys. Don't let anyone tell you that it is selfish, because it's not. When you are not in love with yourself, you allow yourself to go through a lot of unnecessary bullshit. And it's time out for all of that. So, you guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you know, if you want to send me some emails and stuff like that, I'll put all the information in the description box. But it is KeKeChanel2012@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you guys. I am also on Instagram, the KeKe Chanel, Facebook, Author KeKe Chanel, Twitter, the KeKe Chanel. I'm KeKe Chanel everywhere, so I am not hard to find. Talk to you guys later.
See ya.